Welcome, beloved, to my diary. I'm Tatami, and this is not in any way to talk down to anybody and how they voted, but I wanted to give a cheers to us green voters because I am not regretting my vote. It actually feels like more of a relief to know that I did not vote for Biden and then just see all these things that are happening. The longer it goes without anybody getting a stimulus survival check, every moment that passes that creepy detention center for immigrant youth is kept up. I remember this is the same excuse that Biden and Obama had when they had the cages originally, was that they didn't put separate families into there. That was where they put unaccompanied minors. And they were also stating that part of why they're doing that is due to COVID. They don't want to have too many people moving around at once. I'm just going to have to say I will have to see it to believe it. I'll have to see that it's temporary to believe it. I will have to see kids cycling through that center at rapid speed to get to their families who are waiting for them here in America, because that's usually when kids are sent unaccompanied, is when they have somebody waiting here for them. I will believe it when I see it. That's just how it feels at this point with Biden, with all of it. Back when y'all were telling me I was crazy and blah blah blah, trying to guilt trip me, you know, I still felt it. I still felt like I had to see it to believe it. And to be frankly honest, once somebody is looking me in the eye like, just vote for somebody else. Just vote for somebody else if you don't like what the fuck I'm talking about. I had to just say, okay, I will vote for somebody else. So when he's looking people dead in the eye, he's weaponized his dead son to go against Medicare for all. He's weaponized his own kid's student loan debt to go against relieving people of student loan debt. The more I see of Biden, the more affirmed I feel for sticking with the Green Party. And not only that, but the more I see of the Green Party, who I will admit, I was a Bernie bro who, once he had the primary kind of the rug of it yanked under his feet, it was very unceremonious, and it gave me that pause, like, girl, should you return back to being somebody who is never involved, or should you continue to raise your voice, because that was fucking disgusting. And so I've decided to stick around. And so I've decided to keep going, and I've decided I'm also going to support other types of third party movements, such as the People's Party, such as other types of Black liberation, socialist liberation type of parties. I see that there's a lot of movements out there, movements that, I wish I'd been more aware of before, but because I'm aware of them now, and because I've already chosen to register to vote and get into all of this, it's been quite interesting to see how much has been going on, that I was just so, I just didn't have much faith in it. I didn't have much faith in any of this, but I do see a lot of people have been putting in work, which I did understand to some level previously. Obviously, I was into history and such, but it doesn't feel tangible a lot of the time. So that's why I feel even more affirmed voting green, because Angela and Howie feel tangible. They still upload every week. They still talk on these things. They still invite people on to talk about these issues. I give Howie props because he doesn't interrupt on issues like how I see other people do. He doesn't act like it's just refreshing to see him. He's so well informed, and he's well informed in points where it's like people are talking about stuff and then he jumps in, and it's not what you expect when you see an older white man. That's just frank, period. A lot of the time they're concerned with money, like, just they're concerned with just things that aren't tangible to the community. But when it's like how he opens his mouth, he's like, actually, like, are you, he's like speaking on the nuclear arms race, speaking on the militarization of America in Africa. And you're just like, oh, wow, like, dude, you're a wealth of knowledge. And then Angela's a breath of fresh air. I mean, mostly because I've never really seen somebody in any point in politics where basically anything that comes out of this person's mouth, I totally agree with. It just feels so validating. It feels validating when she's inviting people on to speak this Black History Month of 2021. And it's just like every single one is just like, whoa, like that's not just about Black folks though. Like, where's everybody else? Because y'all are gonna benefit from this too. Y'all are gonna see how this it benefits the whole country too. Man, the further this goes on, the more validated I feel in my vote. I feel so good having voted for the Green Party. And my only hope is that I'll be able to maybe get other people to feel like they should vote Green Party next time. Because, you know, when I add up all the votes of everybody and all the shit that went down in 2020, I realize most of us just aren't voting. Most of us aren't a part of all this. Most of us just don't see the reason to get out, the reason to try. And it just shows that there really is room for the Green Party if we can reach out for a lot of these people who do feel helpless, who do feel not represented. A lot of Trump voters keep trying to say that they're half. It's half of them wanted Trump, but that's not the case. 74 million people is not half of 330 million. It's not even a third. So this idea that Trumpism, MAGAism, conservatism even is just the vast majority of people is a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. You know, I was never conservative, but I didn't vote for a long time because I just felt it was all a scam. I didn't want to be called in for all these things. I didn't even want to like have my hand in America, and I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure if I'm going to end up moving to most likely Africa, because I'm married to a Black man. My kids are 3/4 Black. It just wouldn't make as much sense to move to South America, nor do I feel that calling as much. But, you know, there is huge parts of me that, you know, just feels like there is so much room for Green Party to grow, and that as I watch who everybody voted for go against even their very few campaign promises, very few. They promised next to nilch, but y'all told me about it just to get me to go there. And I refused, and I'm glad I refused, because he won California just fine without me, and he told me to vote for someone else if I thought he was bunk, which I did. And, you know, I just feel more validated, but I also feel like, I don't know, I feel called to speak up about the Green Party more. And also, I'm about to start going through who is in office right now in America who is part of Green Party, because we have way more people in office than even I realized. That's what this latest live stream just taught me, is apparently we have a lot of people through city councils and other local, you know, people. We have a lot of people, green people, a lot more than I realized even, who are in office. And I'm going to start talking up about it, because that is important. Y'all think we have nobody, we've done nothing, we have zero accomplishments. While you steal our ideas, we're out here and we proud. And you know what? I think I'm satisfied with my vote for 2020, and I'm satisfied where my politics are going. I'm satisfied to keep fighting for eco-socialism and reparations and equality and all the things that I'm seeing that the Green Party is absolutely standing for. May your ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads. And if you're a Green voter, cheers to you, beloved. I'll see you next time.